Here is my theory of Uber basing the cancellations on 200 trips versus the 100 trips that it was before. So on 100 trips, right, sort of the number that the drivers fear are 4 cancellations, 4%. After that, it gets a little bit sticky, right? And I honestly think it counts in the driver's favor, because obviously 200 trips are more drawn out, but if you look at 4 cancellations of 200 trips, you're looking at 2%, right? It's the calculation is just based on a longer period on more trips. But initially, I do believe that many drivers were just too fearful of their cancellation rate. And because they were maybe too fearful, they may have wandered off and, done a bit more Lyft, or were just too cautious on the Uber platform when they hit that 4%. And what I think is that Uber's just trying to create more stickiness for the drivers, actually throwing them a bit of a bone on the cancellation, saying, we're not going to punish you this badly. We're going to draw it out, make it based on 200 trips. So, if you have four cancellations, that's 2%. If you have 8 cancellations based on 200 trips, that's 4%. Actually counting in your favor. Drivers don't like punishment. Drivers tend to retaliate if they feel like Uber is being too harsh or dictating too much, because the driver knows at the end of the day he or she is an independent contractor. So don't punish us with these cancellations. So I think they just changed, easy change on in their programming, right? Okay, let's just base the cancellation on 200 trips versus 100 trips. How that's going to affect blue and platinum drivers, and I always say don't participate in the Olympics anyway. Don't get into Uber to participate in all these different levels, blue, platinum. It's all rubbish, right? Because at that moment, if you're participating in the Olympic Games of Uber, they've got you. You're in the hamster wheel. So the thinking here is or what drivers need to do is still operate smart. Never fear this cancellation, right? Continue with your cherry picking, I just haven't seen deactivations based on a number of cancellations. There are people with insane cancellation rates and they're still driving on the platform. Do you honestly think that Uber and Lyft can afford to start kicking off drivers that have a high cancellation rate? I mean, they would just spend so much on recruiting dollars at the end of the day. So this 200 trips, my friends, it actually counts in your favor, right? Continue what you're doing. Cherry pick, cherry pick, cherry pick. Ignore all the fear marketing, all the fear wording around cancellations and percentages. Just keep on being an independent contractor. That's what you apparently are. They need to treat you that way. If they don't treat you that way, you file a small claims or you go to arbitration, right? If they try to punish you for, sticking to independent contractor status and what an IC can do, if they punish you for that, you take them to court, right? There's money to be made that avenue. So please don't buy into the fear marketing. Oh, it's based on 200 trips right now. Rubbish. It's all rubbish, right? It's all absolute rubbish. And again, I'm repeating myself like a freaking parrot here, but I think Uber's made this adjustment, so it looks like, my cancellation is not that high. I'm just going to keep on driving. They want the driver. This is what this is about. They want the driver to commit to more trips and not really worry about the cancellation percentage too much. That's why they increased this margin from 100 to 200, right? Because the percentages just get cut in half. So look at it this way. It's not a bad thing. Uber is definitely worried that you'll wander off elsewhere or won't drive. And fear marketing, I think Uber is starting to understand just that doesn't work with drivers. It really doesn't work, right? So keep on doing what you do best. Go out there, be very selective, take the trips that pay you, step into your worth, know your own worth, right? And don't lower the bar, and ignore all this nonsense around acceptance and cancellations. Just carry on making money. Have a good day.